Ah, come gather ye dafties and listen up for a right stonking tale or ambition and a folly staring wee Kevin straight in the face. Aye, yon lad, thinking he could become a bagpipe maker, for that's the sort of brilliance you expect from a numpty like him. So, off he trots to the wilderness, deciding to shack up with old Dirty Jim, the grumpiest bugger you'll ever meet, who had more grime on him than sense in his noggin. Kevin, full-on visions of grandeur and lamb bagpipe symphonies, grabbed his axe and headed into the woods one Jim. "Let's cut down some trees, Jim. We'll make the finest pipes in all Lord Glenfinnan Slyagate chars," he yelps, all brimming with a glee like a daft wee lamb. Old Jim, his jaded heart pressed flat by envy, gets to chop in too. But let me tell you, that man swings an axe like he's trying to take down a stubborn door instead of a tree. Thumb, thwack! The sound echoes around him, trees dropping like flies as the wee scrubbers haul him back to their rickety shack. Once inside, they start muckins about whysh tash sheep stomachs thinking sus they'd create magic. And this'll be the best bagpipes in the Highlands, Kevin claims, puffins up his chest like a wee cock, while Jim clangs away on his own shoddy contraption, making noises that'd scare the sheep off the hills. Eventually, after countless blunders, dodgy ministrations and a fair amount of spilling, they managed to whip up a few decent sets of pipes. The tunes, when they finally played, had the potential to call the fairies o'er for a mini rave. But alas, Jim's jealousy bubbled over like a bad haggis. "Ye we get, you think you're some kind of piping prodigy," Jim bellowed, his face turning the shade of rotten turnip as he kicked Kevin clear out the door, boots a-flapping as they are going up the road. "I dinna need you steel, not my spotlight. Now get gone." Stumbling back and licking his wounds, Kevin sat down on the side of the road, contemplating life choices. "Ah, well, that's a fine thank you for all me hard work," he muttered to aging stumps, looking a bit like a lost puppy. Jim had just foolishly thrown away the making of the best bagpipes in the land because he couldn't handle a wee bit of competition. Drowning in a haze of loneliness, Kevin pulled out his tubes, trying to squeeze out a tune that reflected his sorrow. To his surprise, the notes carried far and wide, piquing the interest of locals, fairies and even Selkie Moira, who found his bleatings amusing enough to offer him some advice, if only he'd repair and fish guts someday. In time, the townsfolk came gathering drawn by the gorgeous melodies. Aye, they had not seen a performance like it, tied together with laughter and Kevin's clumsy charm. And before long he had a wee crowd around him, turning the tables on Jim in ways he'd never imagined. Jim, well, for all his jealousy, ended up the village pariah. 'Cause that's what happens when you kick out talent, you daft git. And so wee Kevin, instead of being crushed, turned his misfortune into triumph and hitched a wee ride on the good ship fame. As for Jim, he'd be sitting alone, grumbling like a wee troll beneath a bridge, whilst his old dirty ways left him in the dust. Aye, the tale was one to remember. The wee piping lad learned to fly high, while the grumpy old sod learned that jealousy, like a bad hangover, leaves ye in the gutter. I ken you're sitting there thinking you can do better than wee Kevin, but let's be honest, you couldn't craft a pipe if your life depended on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, you sodden bandpots.